The Knicks have made a habit of making a comeback in these playoffs. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semis against the Celtics. The Knicks came back from 20 down, beat Boston 108-105 in OT on the road. Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby scored 29 points in the win. Then game 2 of that series, the Knicks took a 2-0 lead over the Celtics after coming down from 20 again to win 91-90. Mikal Bridges sealed another 20-point comeback with his second straight game-ending steal. And finally, game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Pacers. Cat scored 20 of his 24 points in the fourth quarter as New York erased yet another 20-point deficit. What's going on with 20 points? Beating the Pacers 106-100 in Indiana. Perk, I'll start with you. Who's the bigger key for the Knicks tonight? Is it Jalen Brunson or Karl-Anthony Towns?
Well, let me say this. I was wrong because I said by the time we come back, the Knicks were going to be up 2-1. Okay, so I could admit that I was wrong. But this is a moment for big body Brunson tonight. This is a moment for him to shine. I think he owed the Knicks one. He was 6 for 18 from the field. Yeah, he had a crucial bucket in the fourth quarter, that little floater in the lane, but he owed it to his team to go out there and deliver like he's been delivering on the road all postseason long. I think with Aaron Nesmith, we're not knowing if he's going to be available, and even if he's playing, he's not going to be 100%. This is an opportunity, and the stage is set for big body Brunson to dance.
Well, a couple of things I'd like to bring up before we go to the 20s. You talked about you could admit you were wrong.
I did.
But you did acknowledge that, you know what, you're on television and there's tape. So even if you didn't admit you were wrong, we had the tape to show that you were wrong. So it ain't like you're making a big deal. Like, then you're wrong, okay? I mean, we got the tape. You understand what I'm saying? We got the tape. We got you on tape being wrong. Here's the deal, though. New York Knicks have to win tonight or this series ends in 6 games. You're not coming back from a 3-1 deficit against the Indiana Pacers. You'd probably win Game 5 at the Garden. You'll lose Game 6 back in Indiana. That's how I look at it right now. If, to me, Karl-Anthony Towns has to show up, but I completely agree with you. I got to completely agree with you that it's got to be about Jalen Brunson. I mean, especially last game, you didn't play but so many minutes because you were mired in foul trouble. But y'all still managed to pull that game out, okay? You had to depend on Karl-Anthony Towns. He came and saved the day. Mikal Bridges, he's got to show up too. They were minus 20 with him on the basketball court. That's the worst plus-minus of any Knick for them. In this series, they gave up 5 first-round picks, 4 unprotected, okay? So Mikal Bridges has got to show up in this series, of course. Karl-Anthony Towns still has to be a threat, particularly from the perimeter, but this is going to come down to Brunson. Brunson's got to be big tonight. Make no mistake about it. I believe he will be. And especially since Nesmith is expected to be out, or even if he plays, he's going to be hobbled. It's an opportunity for you to take advantage of whatever matchup they throw in your direction and do what you have to do. I think that's the situation that we're looking at with the New York Knicks. I think everybody knows it.
Both of them, to me, have to be great. And I don't want to put it on either one. I think in the playoffs is game to
Oh, no. Hold up. We can't do no straddling the fence.
Oh, I ain't straddling the fence.
Right
Molly, you got to pick a side.
Listen, I'm going to pick a side.
This is first take. This is first take.
Perk's the enforcer. I'm just letting you know he's going to be on you all day.
Yeah, look, man, I've been an enforcer for 14 years. Me and Perk know what's up. Listen, either one of them have to play great. It's been the playoffs and these games will tell you which player has to play better. Last game, it was Towns. Yeah. The game before that, it was Brunson. It goes back and forth. Whatever they are given tonight, if it's Towns, we need to see a whole lot of Towns. If it's Brunson, we need to see a whole lot of Brunson. Either way, one of them guys have to close this game. It's not about how you start, and I've been making that point. In all these games, the Knicks have come back by down 20. Last game, it was down. The game 2, Indiana was down. Game 1, Indiana was down 14 with 3 minutes. Right. At the end of the day, it's about who's going to close this game. And if you had to ask me what you are doing, Perk, I'm going with the big body bodega guy. He has to be the guy tonight. Big Towns, Dominican Towns, we need you tonight. We in New York, they need you.
This is going to be one of the first times I have to agree with him, right? And the reason why I agree with him because JB, he's going to perform, right? He performs at a high level, but the energy comes from Towns. Like Towns is the emotional leader. When he gets it going, the energy around the Knicks is way different. Walking down Miles Turner, hitting the 3 and going back and celebrating. He get the dunk and the and one down the middle. I think the energy comes from Towns. I think that he's the emotional leader, and you would love to see that. He's been dominating the Pacers all season. Like, they can't deal with him. I want to see how the Pacers guard Towns. That will be interesting to see because we know they're going to send a couple different looks on JB, but it'd be interesting to see how they guard Towns, especially with the success he had last year, because Miles Turner can't do nothing with him, zero with him. If they identify that early, the Knicks will go back home 2-2, and we're gonna have a series.
S.A.?
Hold on. In all fairness, now, Miles Turner did get the best of Karl Anthony Towns in the New York Knicks in Game 2 in the fourth quarter. He did take over. So Karl Anthony Towns got his lick back. If I'm Rick Carlisle, I'm saying, hey, Miles Turner, you got to man the hell up. He's leading the postseason in block shots right now. So it's the battle of the bigs. It's mano a mano. So that's what I will say in Miles Turner defense.
I will say this to you. I think that's more of a prevalent issue if indeed Karl Anthony Towns is driving into the lane. That release he has is pretty damn quick. Oh, yeah. And he can pull up from 30.
Yeah.
And so because he can pull up from 30, if he's hitting those threes, there's little that you can do about it, considering the quickness of his release. I personally don't like him putting the ball on the floor. He makes me nervous when that happens. But if he's pulling up and that shot is falling from long range, I think that does a lot for him. I think that does a lot for the Indiana Pacers. That much I will say. And let's also remember to point this out. Tibbs has to show up tonight, too. Remember, even though you were forced to, as the Twins pointed out yesterday, the fact of the matter is Tibbs played his bench, and they came through for him. Let's not forget that in tonight's game. Make sure you utilize some of those dudes because they can pay as well. Outside of that, if y'all are wondering, Markeith, why Big Boy here is, a little agitated and stuff like that and coming at y'all, it's because he got this little 8-year-old that's here with him that's bossing him around. And so because Carter, his name is Carter, he's bossing him around. And so, Big Perk don't have any rights whatsoever. He made Perk take an Uber back to the hotel from the arena because he wanted to stay. He's getting Big Perk to feed him, and Perk is running around the arena servicing his kid. His kid is running the show. So he's bossing us around because he can't boss his own damn kid around. That's what's really going on for America to know.
Makes sense.
100%. All right, guys.
In Indiana, the Pacers are 2.5-point favorites to win Game 4 tonight against the Knicks. They are minus 135 on the money line. And one of the big factors in this game, as Big Perk and Wendy are with us this morning, is the health of Aaron Nesmith. We touched on it briefly. Let's dive into whatever it is we do know here, Winman, because I didn't get a lot of attention yesterday. What is the latest on Nesmith and his condition?
Well, he's listed as questionable. He's going to be a game-time decision, according to Coach Rick Carlisle. Considering the stakes of the game, it would be very surprising if he doesn't play. But if he does, watch for the Knicks to immediately test him to see how he can move. Being very active and very fast is the center part of his game.
His defense on Jalen Brunson has been a major factor in this series. Brunson is going to get his points, but to make him work as hard as Nesmith has, and obviously Nesmith had the 6 threes in the fourth quarter of Game 1. Big Perk, I want to bring something up to you because it's interesting. Again, I don't even know where this came from, but the idea of benching Jalen Brunson is obviously steadfast.